Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Destination Wedding Podcast, episode number 5, the show that talks about planning a stress-free destination wedding with our first-hand insider tips, tools, and budget planning ideas, as well as the top destinations and top-rated resorts. This is Joe Leo, your host for today's show, brought to you by JBL Legends Travel, your romance travel specialists. JBL Legends Travel specializes in all-inclusive destination weddings in Mexico and the Caribbean, as well as on a variety of cruise ships. And those of you who have been listening to our podcast already know that a little over 11 years ago, my wife and I started our own travel agency and planned our own destination wedding. And since then, we've helped dozens of other couples plan their weddings and create their memories. If you're listening to this podcast, you're either thinking about planning a destination wedding and don't know where to start, or you have already started the planning process and realized how overwhelming it can be and how hard it is to find accurate and up-to-date information. In today's episode, we'll be talking about having your wedding on a cruise ship. Welcome back to Planning a Destination Wedding Podcast, episode number 5, having your wedding on a cruise ship. One of the popular destination wedding venues is a cruise ship wedding. And there's a few different ways to have a wedding on a cruise ship. One of the most popular is what's called an embarkation wedding, which takes place at the port from which the cruise is starting. So depending on where you live and what cruise line you choose, this could be New York, New Jersey, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, or a variety of other ports throughout the U.S. near where you live. This type of wedding is popular because it can be attended by guests that want to be on the sailing with you and guests that are not able to sail with you. Most cruise lines will allow up to 50 non-sailing guests. Now, most cruise lines set sail around 4 or 5 p.m., so your wedding will be held a few hours before that so that the non-sailing guests can be escorted off of the cruise after the ceremony. The advantage to this type of a wedding is that you're getting married at a port located within the United States, and your wedding will be legally recognized in the United States. Now, there's some rules and regulations that need to be followed in order to get a marriage license in the state where the wedding is taking place, and we'll go over that with you when you give us a call for your consultation. The second option is to have a wedding at sea. This wedding, just like a regular destination wedding outside of the United States, will not be legally recognized within the U.S. It's a symbolic wedding, and most couples usually get married at home shortly before they leave for the cruise. However, unless you tell your guests, nobody will ever know. And the last option is a destination wedding at one of the ports that the cruise stops at. This needs to be coordinated with the wedding staff on the ship, but this wedding is also just like a regular destination wedding outside the United States, and it will not be legally recognized in the U.S. This is also a symbolic wedding, and again, most couples will get married at home shortly before they leave for the cruise. However, again, if you don't tell your guests, nobody will even know. Now let's talk about how to plan a cruise ship wedding. If it's just going to be the two of you and you're not going to be inviting any guests, then all we need to do is clear the date with the wedding coordinator on board ship and book your room. If you're planning to invite guests, the first thing we need to do is clear the date with the ship and let them know which of the 3 weddings that we just spoke about that you're interested in. Are you going to get married at the embarkation port? Are you going to get married at sea? Or are you going to get married at one of the destination ports? The next step is for us to put together a room block, just like we do for any destination wedding. However, with the cruise lines, there's no need for you to put up any deposit money because we secure those rooms for you at no charge. Then what happens is we put together a web page for you. We give you a link so that you can send it out to all your guests. And the web page will include all the details about the wedding, the date, the time, etc., the itinerary for the cruise, pictures of the rooms, and the prices and what's included in the cruise. Some cruises will include unlimited open bar. Some have specialty dining packages, cocktail hours, and things like that. Now, the cruise line offers a variety of wedding packages that you can choose from, and you can customize those packages almost any way that you want with the help of the onboard wedding team. Some of the options include a private cocktail party, private dinner receptions, music at your ceremony, DJ music at the dinner reception, and so much more. So anyway, that's how you plan a destination wedding on a cruise ship. It's pretty simple and straightforward. If you have any questions, give us a call at 732-831-5200 or go to the website, jbltravelgroup.net, and under the Services tab, you'll see a page for destination weddings, or visit our new website, thedestinationweddingcouple.com, which is a website that we created specifically for couples that are planning a destination wedding. It'll answer a lot of questions. It'll give you some great insights to some of the top resorts and cruise lines. And it's full of information, and there's also a form on there that you can fill out for a free consultation. Well, thank you for listening, and watch for episode number 6, which will be coming out very soon.